Well, now it's recording. Okay, so yeah, this is the funnel that is not going to be a funnel tonight. It's going to be a level one since we're doing dungeon dwelling creatures, um, and we're recording. So let's try to introduce ourselves a little bit for all those weird internet people who are watching one day. I'm Stefan. I'm running this thing, and I'm running my little zero, but again tonight it's level one thing, Race Against Flame, and it's in my Conquest of Chaos campaign adventure path that we're going to be doing throughout this, but we're going to be doing you're the bad guys instead of the standard DCC thing that's intended for. John, you are one of the two primary minds behind, I'd say, behind Dungeon Dwelling Creatures. So why don't you take it off with what you're playing tonight?
Well, thank you, Stefan. I am playing Shaky Rita Snailbiter, the Hag. She has not been corrupted so far, but I'm sure that'll change. She's a basically kind of like a wizard, but that leans into corruption instead of wants to shy away from it. But there's greater consequences for a hag's corruption, which will be the actual first official playtest of this, which I'm really excited. I think it's going to work well. And all hags have a familiar, which she's got an eyeball, one of her eyes she's plucked out that she can send out as kind of like a scout. So that's who I'm playing.
Ian, what about you?
So I'm playing the White, which is a fiend who is at level 1. So he's like what's the term for them, John?
Is it like
fleshy.
A
lemur, exactly. So a little blob of like humanoid flesh that walks around, and was in the former life was a witch doctor actually, and carries like a little evil symbol around with it. And the neat thing about the fiends is as they level up, they kind of morph forms, and eventually you get to like being like a succubus or an incubus, and then you get to a point where you're finally like a pit fiend. So should be interesting.
Sweet. Frank, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to play an orc, and my orc's name is Doug. And he was sent out on a vision quest by his shaman, and never made it back to the village, but barely survived with his life. So he's looking for someone new to hang out with. As where he got sent to, there was humans that were carving up orcs and making grafted and trying to do bad things to orcs. So he thinks the shaman might have had something to do with it. So he's not going back to village. Find new people to hang out with.
The Doog abides. I get it. All right, Eddie, what are you tonight?
I am playing one of the most interesting characters, I think, the Dybbuk, the most different, where it's a vengeful spirit that's hopping between bodies. So right now, my character is possessing the form of a panther. So I've got all the stats and features of the panther, so I'm strong, I get the 2 attacks, and I'm sneaky. But if something horrible happens to that body and I get forced out of it, I'm going to become real squishy real fast.
There's a lot of a lot of giants in this campaign, so I'm sure you're going to wreck things sooner or later in ways I had never encountered in previous playtest. And Dave, what about you tonight?
Well, I'm being called Bluck, and I am a Togue. It is very legally distinct from the Slan, but that will shortcut you to essentially what I look like. And I was actually a human stable boy named Sam, and Rita turned me into a Togue. So now I have this amphibious life, and she's got some kind of spell on me that I can't break. So I'm kind of her indentured servant right now, but I'm looking for the first opportunity to get out of this witch's grasp, but I don't want to do that until I can find a way I could trick her into reversing the spell.
Yeah, I was envisioning your character's name was originally Thomas, and I occasionally let that slip.
Okay.
That's okay if you want to pick something else, though.
I was picking Sam for Sam Hell from Hell Goes for Frog. Yeah.
Sam? Okay, we'll just have it as Sam. I like that. Okay, Sam.
Yeah. You got your psychic frogman, basically. Luck-sucking frogman.
Yep.
All right.
So change that up. Now he can actually spend luck at the luck pool he has since monsters have vials. So
he's got powers, his unique powers in a pretty cool way. I like it. Mm-hmm. All right. So tonight, our frogman probably especially hates where you guys are starting things out tonight. You guys have all been. You all serve the same Dark Lord, which I'll leave undefined. And if you guys want to define what kind of Dark Lord chaos creature that you are servants way down the hierarchy for, that can happen a little later on. or during the course of adventures. But your word has passed down and down the ranks, and it's not taken too seriously now. But there have been noted things have been noticed amongst the giants on the world of Aerith, and there is a kind of a source corrupting them, but not in a way that any of you are familiar with or that the others are familiar with. There is some kind of new chaos god that has not made itself known, and your master wants to know more about. And you have all, either because you think that you were chosen for your courage and your ability, and they believe in you, or as punishment, or as an opportunity, maybe the last opportunity you'll ever be given. You have all been sent to find out more about it. And there's this some crazy guys did one of those sacrifices, and a volcano blew up, rolled over the village down below it. Everyone died there, but you knew ahead of time. Just let that lava pour over you. It's gonna hurt like hell, but what doesn't in life? And you didn't die. You wound up on the plane of fire instead. And you guys are kind of find yourself just watched all these villagers in their village perish. You did too, but you were behind, let's say, an outcropping of rocks, and watched them all just be swept up by a team of like 4 horned giants. They've got smoldering soot-colored skin, and they look kind of like that guy in the picture I showed off to the side. And they have this like ornately bejeweled reptile. They threw all the humans in there and said something about more sacrifices for the queen, and kind of threw and they're like on their way to some kind of great city that you can see in the distance. But in general, the features here, they're traveling along the kind of the edge of a cliff, and over to the right you see this like vista of a limitless ocean of lava, and there's this like wandering like obsidian titan that's just like wading through the liquid flames. To the left it is like blasted plains and eventually volcanoes, and the sky is just filled with all of the things you would expect from the plane of fire. And so you have been sent to figure out what could possibly be, fire giants doing this kind of thing, not usually in their wheelhouse. And so ostensibly you want to find out a little bit more at very least, and then also get the hell off the plane of fire, because our frogman's going to dry out at very least, and the rest of you dry skin for days.
Yeah, hate chapped skin, not good, never fun.
Yeah. So but that's where we start, and I'll leave it to you. You guys are kind of right now behind some kind of rocky outcropping. There's like 4 fire giants and this like ornately bejeweled reptile thing that's got a big cage on its back. All the humans are in there, and they're slowly going along the road.
So I like bubble up over the top of the rock, and I'm watching as like their little mountain of flesh ripples and little eyes burble up and inside of it and then disappear. And I'm looking at it, saying, "Should we follow them? It seems dangerous."
I say in like our laugh and a low cackle, "Well, of course we should pursue them. We have to get some minions, or maybe the humans know something."
But why don't we just peel off and stay here? It's nice here. It feels homey to me.
Does smell like you here. Is this where you came from? Maybe you know how to get out.
I am new, like the god's flesh made mobile. I have no idea.
And off in the distance, you hear one of the humans kind of like ask something, and one of the fire giants just like smashes they got these big spears, kind of like rattles it against the cage, and basically told to shut the hell up.
Giants? How big are they? Are they?
Oh, they're like 12, 14 feet tall. I'm sure that panther over there is licking its lips.
It's like a tasty
So
treat.
in the giant world, they probably have little men sitting with that chip on their shoulder.
Yeah. For whether it's a funnel or a first level, they look like they could take you down pretty damn easy.
Okay, so we're thinking it's not a good idea to go up in there guns a-blazing.
Yeah, 1, 2 if you're lucky. That's all you can take from them.
Okay, all right. And perhaps we should follow. I pull up my eye and whisper something into it that nobody else can hear, and send it off to like float after him to kind of get a better look about what's going on. Do you want me to?
What do your eyes look like?
Okay, so that's a good question. So her eyes are actually very white, but just in the middle, she's got a little dot of green. So very unusual, very creepy looking too. And then she literally just pulls one out, and you can see it like it makes this, and like almost a suction pop as she does, and then something into you can't quite understand it. It just kind of floats off.
Little whisper and a kiss.
Yeah.
All right, and it's floating off to try to like follow.
Kind of follow along, and yeah, exactly. So we can stay a safe distance away.
Sure. I mean, your eye's able to get pretty, and you're able to get. Is there any kind of like range limitation to your eye? No. All right.
No range limitation. It's just really weak if it's hit.
Okay, well, it's able to get pretty close, and you hear kind of the, close enough to hear the humans talking, and you're able to kind of get in between, some flap or something if you want.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it can't hear though. It's just an eye. I can only see. That is one disadvantage of it. So I can, but it can see. It's got. It can see an invisibility, infravision, dark vision, and ultravision. That's up to the DM's interpretation or judges. Excuse me.
All right. Your infravision is pretty freaking blinding on this world. It gets close, and a lot of the humans in the cage, they're kind of. It looks like they're holding hands and praying. And there's this like old wrinkled woman who kind of looks like a little shamanistic. And she kind of, it seems to, you see others kind of looking at her.
I'll try again.
Try again. What are you trying to get, Dave?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh God.
I'm trying to get my character sheet off the printer, and I've got my little servants getting it for me.
Oh, it's good to have able-bodied
You have
children.
minions?
I was trying to absorb luck from somebody we didn't know it.
I'm making secret rolls.
Let's see. I'll say, John, make a luck check, and
Well, there is no luck, sir. So
make a vile check.
Vile check. There we go. So I'm trying to roll under, or do I want to roll high?
Under or equal
Okay.
to.
All right. So I got a 14 and I got a 16. So
Okay.
nope.
All right. That's all that you see then.
Hell, that's not much there. And I kind of describe what Stefan already described for sake of time. Oh, that's interesting. A shaman. I look over at our orc friend. I think you're on mute, Frank.
No, you're muted. No, you're muted.
I'm multitasking.
Can't hear. There you go, Frank.
Shaman probably knows something, but humans aren't to be trusted. Capture her, kill all the rest.
All right.
I secretly resent his statement, but I don't say anything.
You guys feel the bluster and the like that hot wind, of the plains of fire, kind of like hitting you on the back, just kind of pushing you forward as that beast trudges along. But soon enough, that wind is really starting to pick up, and you guys have all been like eyes focused on them, and you kind of turn around. There is a like enormous storm of black soot. Imagine like the that storm that messes up Furiosa's plan in Mad Max Fury Road, like that, but it's just black clouds coming towards you guys and everyone else. So and it's hard to keep your footing. So everyone make
Are they moving away
reflex
from the
save.
storm? Are they moving away from the storm?
So they're kind of moving perpendicular to the storm. Like if the storm is like going to hit the road sideways. When you guys arrived, first started checking this out, there wasn't really a storm here, and it's very quickly picked up, and it's blowing, and it's like passing from the blasted plains, going to pass over where like the the little prisoner caravan is, and like roll over the lava sea. That's the direction it's going in. But everyone make a reflex check, and you guys can't use luck to bump your reflex saving throws because Vile works. You use Vile on other people's rolls, so I guess you could use it to decrease each other's rolls if that seems really fun. But the number is a 12.
Nope, I got a 6.
I got
I got an 8.
Excuse me, I got a 7. I'm sorry, I forgot my bonus.
All right.
I also got a 6. Let's get the bad ones out of the way right now.
Exactly. You can't die this early in the campaign, right?
Yeah, well,
One bonus all over again.
you guys see the cage on top of that beast topple off and roll over the like side of the cliff, and you guys are similarly picked up and rolled basically down in the same way along with it. Anyone who didn't hit that 12 takes 3 points of damage from getting knocked around on a few things as you fall down the side of the cliff. And you kind of see like not titans, but the fire giants like hunkering down with the beast up here. They're, for obvious reasons, a lot heavier and don't get picked up by the wind. And when you guys get down to the bottom, it looks like a number of the humans in that cage have died. Some of them have not, and they're trying to get up and stuff, and collect themselves. That like hulking onyx cyclops titan is still wading through the molten lava sea. You've fallen down the cliff and you're now on the shores next to the sea. For a second, you look over to your right and you see that titan. It like pulls some like hellish serpent that out of the waves and eats it, just like swallows it down. And kind of way along the shore, you kind of see the humans start picking themselves up, and when they start moving, they start heading to what looks like a cleft in between some cliffs, and it's but they have to keep on running for a good distance. What are you guys doing?
I like reform kind of from the little congealed blob that sort of splatted down on one of the rocks right near the shoreline, and I look up at the orc and I say, "We should pick off the dead ones, but you must carry me. I have no bones. I am so weak."
Oh, okay. I try like I look at you. Is there a way to carry? Can I just stick you on my back or something? I try to pick you up.
Yeah, kind of like scoop me up, I guess, and I could probably stick on you if that's the case. I mean, I'm like a
big
gross,
slug.
like a slug of.
Put you on my back.
And it's like I'm uncomfortably warm, even in this atmosphere, and it's very humid up against my skin. It's pretty gross.
Rita makes this shriek / howl sound as she's crushed by this thing and nearly killed by it, but she cries out in frustration and jumps to her feet.
Do you see this shaman woman that she said?
You see her body being left behind along the shores.
Yeah. Can I take the opportunity in all the chaos to try and move over towards her?
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you move over to her, and you can see she kind of
boy or whatever.
Yeah, and she kind of like senses your presence, but you look at her and she's got these like white cataract eyes. So she don't know you're an orc. You just maybe smell a little bit worse than everyone else. And she just kind of says, "Seek the eye, you will see your future in the eye." Dies.
Point up to the hag's eye. The eye?
Her dying breath, her hand is like pointed in the direction that the humans were running, and which is the same direction that like huge storm continues in.
Gotcha.
So, is the animal that they were riding on, is it still around here?
It's up there. The cage got like blown off the top of it, but the animal and the fire giants are up there. You can hear some angry fire giants now yelling. I don't know if any of you how languages quite work yet in DDC, but if any of you are like, oh yeah, I speak Giantish, or I know Kitchen Giant, whatever it is, either way, they sound like they're really angry and probably want to do something about this whole thing. So,
I understood an orc girlfriend, get angry, beat orc with shoe. Seem like those fire giants.
Yeah, and I like stick an arm up and kind of waggle it towards Rita and Blagok and Eddie. Do we know your character's name? He may be away.
No, because this is one of the things right now that I've been thinking about is, can he even talk, or is he restricted by being in a form that doesn't
Panther
talk
body? Yeah, right.
now?
Okay.
I'm assuming he could just mew.
I would think
Yeah.
you could scratch your name and try to write it, but yeah, you probably couldn't. You don't have the vocal cords for it.
Right.
Exactly.
So we may not know your name yet, even.
Well, let's say there was a like really brief hey, you guys go Suicide Squad something, or I don't know, something like that. So maybe one got they got the like, this is Katana.
So I motion like you see kind of a hand slurp up out of the little blob of flesh on the back of the orc, and it's like waving at you to come on, we must go. Like, they will come in and point. There's like two hands pointing up towards the fire giants that are up there.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go.
All right. You guys start running after the humans.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. You guys catch up to a few of them. A few of them are faster than others. Some have are limping from the fall and whatnot. You catch up to like a group of 3 of them, and the first one that sees you guys turns around, screams, and then this serpent like jumps up out of the lava and takes like a bite out of this thing. It is like a creature that it's like a serpent that itself looks like it's just dripping lava off of it. It has these smooth scales that clearly don't give a fig about that. That's its natural habitat. Let's roll initiative.
All right.
And then a second one pops up too. There's 2 of them.
Not bad. I got pardon me. I'll wait for you to ask.
Dang, where's my... I left my notebook in the other room. Yeah, printer paper though. All right. John, you said 12.
I got 12, yep.
What about anyone else? Shout
I
it
got
out.
a 17.
Okay. Eddie.
8 for Dave.
Oh,
13.
Dave.
8.
All right.
We've got to stop rolling the same number every time, man.
Dave was quicker at saying his 8, so his 8 is better than yours. He goes first. And my creatures are on a 15. So Ian, you're the only one that gets to go before them.
All right. So, in this situation, being grabbing onto the orc at this point in time, because I guess I'm like grappled onto him, or I don't know, however that works in this case, right? He's letting me ride on his back. I'm going to go ahead and like pop 2 little hands up, and you can see them doing the somatic components, and I begin to cast paralysis at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh, hey, that's not bad. I rolled a 15.
Good start.
Which gives me, let's see, the cleric's hands and melee weapons are charged with energy of paralysis. They can remain that way for 1d4 plus character level rounds.
All right.
Let's see
I
how many
guess
rounds I
don't touch your PC mount.
Yeah, exactly. I may have to drop off of him at this point, but my hands are charged, right?
Yeah.
Gosh. Maybe that's a good reason to drop off. At that point in time, how about that? Can we retcon it? I drop off of his back?
Sure. I was going to say, jiggle those thighs, but then I was like, what are you...
You don't bring him over to it?
So I've got 2 rounds for this to sit until I'm, I can...
me to carry you over to it?
Maybe.
Well, let's say, you got pretty... Frank was already saying, he goes inspect this shaman woman. So I was, in my mind's eye, Frank was kind of near the front anyway. So you can drop up. You'll be close to these things. You're having to be like, ooh, okay, I got to get at them. They're kind of tall. There's waves of lava kind of lapping on the shore. I got to make sure I time this real good.
And I kind of squirm back around him, and I reach into my gut and I pull out a dagger from inside of it. And so I've got a little dagger that I can use now.
Alrighty.
And then I'm done.
Sounds good. All right, Frank, you look intimidating. You're tall. 1 attacks you. I'm pretty sure a modified 22 hits. It's not a crit though.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
You take 4 points of damage.
Ouch.
The other one, it will. I'll say, Ian, make a vial check, because maybe it takes a bite out of you. Maybe it takes a bite out of one of these other little, was going to be a funnel boys.
All right. Ooh, I did not make that luck check.
Right.
Or the vial check. I got a 19 and I have a 10.
Let's see how its attack roll. Okay, I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2 anyway.
All right.
So it bites at you, but misses. And this thing, it has red eyes that just glow. It's got these big teeth, fangs that are the length of a short sword. It can take a healthy chunk out of you if they roll well. And Eddie, your turn.
Well, I think I will try and sneak up on one since I'm in panther mode,
Okay.
and then I will attack him from the back. Meow, meow, meow.
All right. I guess make your the attack will have to be on the next round probably, unless your panther has multiple action dice. Make a good sneak check.
How about a 10?
That'll work. You know, this is a DCC variant. We don't go crazy high with the numbers anyway.
Yeah.
John, how about you?
Okay, so you said there's 2 of these fiery snake things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rita begins casting a spell. She pulls out some dried rat meat, some other things, and she's going to try to cast force manipulation. Well, I guess we get to see how the mechanic works. Yes, a natural 1 on my first roll.
Oh my gosh.
He is going to lean into the corruption, which will be the hag's greater corruption table, to not lose the spell. So let me pull that up. Okay, that's a great start. Okay, and I do actually have a modifier to my vial. Let me see here. So it'll be at a -1. Okay, a D10. All right, so I got a 10, so a 9. Halitosis leaks from the character's black teeth. The character suffers -1 die to all of their intersocial personality checks. So that's great. Wow, good start. I love this game. Who wrote this?
Yeah, some jerk. But you get a
Yeah,
bonus
so
on.
+2.
But your corruption is going to
+2.
add to your spell casting.
Yep,
now, right?
+2 now. Yep, that's a +2, so it actually doubles my bonus, which is good, and I don't
that's-
lose the spell, so that's good. All right.
All right, then
Good.
Dave,
Note that.
your turn. But you're muted if you're talking, Dave.
Trying to go between the rules of the character sheet and the conversation all at once. I need 3 monitors.
That's what I got.
So, well, I need to start charging up. So, after I compliment her vileness and her continued journey of decrepitude and vileness, I lash out with my tongue to drain some luck,
All right,
fill my psychic reserves.
let's see it. And I get there's like some humans here too. They might be a little easier to hit than these
Actually, yeah. Let me.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'll look at the I want to flick the tongue at the human that looks the least distressed because I figure he's a luckier guy.
All right.
Not terrible logic.
10 total.
10
My
hit?
10. All right. Awesome. I guess I've got one power point in my reserve, and that does 1d3. Is it 1d3 or just 1?
It's 1d3.
Okay, let's get it.
All right. I
I
just
just took
rolled
3
his.
luck from. I just took 3 luck from. Or tried to.
And that does a D3 of damage, or is it just luck?
And three of his luck comes to my power pool.
All right.
Yep.
You go,
What's he taste like? I'm just curious. Oh, tastes like coconut a little. That's weird.
Frank.
Oh, got a raging orc now, don't we?
Probably. Oh no, I only got 4, so 1 more hit point.
Ah.
All right, dude, these things look like animals. Like they're
Yeah.
unintelligent, like animals. Okay.
They look like you think they're what native animals would exist on the plane of fire.
Okay, because I'm gonna try and intimidate this thing. I am an animal handler, so I have a whip, and I'm gonna try and intimidate it so that it stops attacking me and maybe goes for some of the humans and use the whip to kind of like
Okay. Let's see it.
So if I add my personality modifier to that, that's a 17.
Okay, yeah, one of them is definitely like it's like it keeps its eyes on you. It's focusing, but you're having that effect. You could just like kind of move slowly around it. The other one is still going to be nasty to y'all.
Well done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a way to reduce the difficulty of this combat.
Yep.
Make friends. The orc.
And I'll say, let's see. there looks like the waves of lava are lapping in, and depending on how next round goes, some people might have to be making some sudden jumps back at the end of their next round if they're still in melee range with these guys. But we're back to the top. Ian.
All right, so the one that Doog did not make friends with, right? The one that's still violent. As I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for it to, a loop of its body to come close or something like that, and I lash out at it with my dagger. And ooh, that is a fumble, actually. Got my nat one.
Someone might be going into lava right now.
I might be. Hey, good deal. Let's see, where's my fumble table? There we go. Table fumble. And then our fumble die. We don't have that.
It's
the D4 starting.
It starts out as D4 and it goes up per armor class. If you've got like around a 10 AC, it's probably still just a D4.
Yeah, and I've got 12 AC on this character. So is it a D6?
Let's call it a D6.
D6.
We don't need to be that concerned with being stringently by the book.
I rolled a 5. I trip and fall, wasting this action. I am prone and must use an action to stand the next round.
You're tripping and fall next to the lava waves. I want a vial check as well, my man.
All right. Ooh, okay, so I rolled a 7, and that's underneath my 10 vial.
Right, don't trip and fall into the lava.
Okay, good deal.
So let's see. The remaining one. So the one that is, antagonized by Frank's whip tries to make a check to see if it can be intimidated. It fails its morale check, and it's kind of like cowering a little further back into the lava. The other one is going to strike out at. I'm gonna say. Ian, as an animal, I feel like it would attack the best looking prey. So I don't mean to pick on you, but I feel like that's just natural for.
I'm laying on the ground. I'm like a soft pink, piece of meat, basically.
But I think you just said your AC was 12, and I'm only hitting on an 11. So
ooh, yes.
I'm missing anyway. So it kind of gnashes out at you, but you're rolling and slapping around all your various meats. And it can't hit you. Not John. Eddie, we're back to you. I think it's Panther time.
Okay, so Eddie stepped away, so I'll roll for him because he was hiding. So he's going to pounce on this thing and try to bite and claw it. Okay, so all right, here's his bite. You got to be kidding me! You can't make this stuff up. I wish I could show my camera. I got a fumble.
Eddie posted in the chat. I wasn't monitoring the chat, but he said naturally on bite and 14 on the claw attack.
Oh, okay. So we already rolled then. Okay, good.
Yeah, he already rolled over there.
Good.
That 20 is definitely better than a fumble. So
it might be the complete opposite.
I rolled his damage there. Let me see. He did, even without the crit, he just did 11 points of damage.
Great job, Eddie, who's not here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. AFK and rocking it. I see. I don't know what his fumble die or his crit die would be. He did not expect that.
Give me 2 seconds.
This thing has 2 more HP. Let's just go ahead and assume that he does 2 damage with his crit, and probably as the Dybbuk. I don't know if he wants. We can say his crit is like also allows him to immediately enter this lava worm body. If he wants to do that instead of staying the Panther.
I would vote yes. I think Eddie would say yes.
I think he would. For the moment, we'll leave it as Schrodinger's possession, and we can come back to it if it was a corpse, nice. Ready for other folks to, eat up or whatever they want to do. We'll say one. I'm going to make a luck check for one of the humans crit fails his luck check here and gets freaked out, falls in lava. You guys also have one human here who's just cowering. There's half a dozen more of them that have run off and are a little bit in the distance. But combat is over for the time being.
So seems mean, but we're monsters. I'm gonna psychic drain that human that's cowering.
Yeah,
Top off the top off the battery.
Sam, yes! I cry out as he does this.
he has no means to effectively resist.
Doug's gonna
Okay.
scoop up.
So just roll the D3 then.
Go
Or-
for it.
Well, should I roll in case I get a fumble? Any given day, I could hit a frozen flagpole. Who knows? No, I didn't fumble.
I mean,
Frozen
I'll say he's
flagpole.
not resist. No rolling necessary. I try to stick to the we're
Okay.
only rolling when there's like a chance
All right.
of failure and something bad happening.
So I pulled another 3 luck off him, but I cap out at 5. So
all right, let's say
my
you
power
cap him out. Yeah, you get all juiced up.
I
I don't know if anyone else wants this guy or if or what y'all want to do with him. He's really unlucky though.
Okay, well, Rita, her, there's all this black blood oozing down her chin. She reaches in her mouth and plucks out one of her molars and throws it on the ground. Then she comes over to him and grabs him and just reaches in his mouth and rips out one of his molars and killing this guy in the
Yeah,
process, probably.
all right. Let's roll. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you want me
he's
to roll
a
anything?
Healthy guy. He's got 3 hit points. No, all right. Well,
Oh,
if
wow.
y'all got,
More than me.
no, if y'all want, he can just be dead. He dies
Yeah,
of sheer
yeah,
fright
Rito.
from this.
Yeah, Rita will just kill him at that point. Does he have anything on him?
Let's roll me a percentile, John.
Percentile. Okay, that I can do. 55.
55. All right. This guy, this was actually a halfling guy who we were messing with. He has a hand axe and 5 pounds of rapidly spoiling or cooking chicken meat.
Okay, well, actually, I think I can use the hand axe. I'll have to double check, but that's because I don't have any melee weapons, so that's good. And you said
If you can't-
spoiling
if
chicken
you can't-
meat. Beautiful.
If you can't, I've got a measly meat cleaver that I
And-
stole from your kitchen.
And he also has, a handful of copper and a piece of chalk.
Yeah, I'll take. Actually, I'll take all that. That's all stuff Rita could use. So chalk. And
We'll just
How much
say
copper?
15 copper pieces.
got it. Check. I'll let you know here in a second, Dave, if I can use this or not.
All right.
Yep, I can use hand axes, so yeah, I'll stick with it. Unless, what does your cleaver do, Dave? I'm assuming that does.
I think it's
damage?
D4. Yeah, it's a D4.
Okay, I'll trade you then. I'll take the cleaver. You can use the hand axe since it's just a D6. You're a little more scrappy
Awesome.
than I am.
I appreciate it.
And I'll say the
Since
other
you're going to throw
human.
me.
The other human that died here, he had a torch, which just spontaneously caught on fire. 15 more copper pieces, and let's see,
I'll go ahead and keep track of the coins for all of us, gang, and then we'll split it up if everybody's cool with that.
Yeah.
he was carrying a live hen, which is wandering off.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds like Doug
it's
wants
not going to be
that.
wandering off for long. So, is the blob over by the lava? Can I scoop him up and we go try and Rocky this hen?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna try and
Oh, I got
position
30 a
you so
second.
you can scoop this thing up.
All right.
Yeah.
You mean to, let's see. Yeah. I mean, I reach out and try to grab this chicken.
Also, I'll say make a check for it. You can both make a check. I don't know if either of you have ever chased a chicken. I have. It's surprisingly hard.
Yeah, they are
I
quite
have-
quick.
Not easy.
That's why there's 2 of us.
Yeah, I haven't, but I have seen a training montage in Rocky 3.
Yeah.
And I know you guys.
I think it was Rocky 1, wasn't it?
No, it's 3.
I thought it
It's
was
3.
Mick was like, "Hey, you catch that's like greased lightning there." Yeah, I thought that was 1.
It could be 2, maybe. I
They,
thought it
they
was.
kind of run together
Might have
after a
been two.
while.
But yeah, you do look like Kentucky Fried Idiots right now.
Agility check.
Yeah, agility for
I got a
sure.
15.
All right.
Yeah, and I got a 16.
Some you guys are like
Ooh.
you. It's like a pincer maneuver. You get the chicken at the same time, but that blob was slightly faster. I don't know if
I
you
raised
want
the
to
chicken
admit
up.
it or.
I've got its feet in little, globby hands.
Are you literally holding it up like a trophy?
Yes, exactly. I'm holding it up
I
over
try to
my
grab
head.
it out of his hands. I try to grab it out of his hands with my tongue.
I mean, you can get your
agility or
tongue on
strength?
it. I mean, if you want to, this chicken might get torn up. If you're making a real go at it, let's make a strength
Well,
check.
I'm actually what my attempt is to grab it with my tongue, yank it from him straight into my mouth, and I'm immune to salmonella. I'm going to eat that sucker down.
I got a 12 on my strength save.
Yeah, make a
for it.
strength
Okay.
check to see. I mean, you can hit the chicken. It's how good
Ooh,
of a
I have a 16.
Ian, you are
It's
left
powerful.
holding its legs, but nothing more.
Left holding its
Oh.
legs.
You got drumstick,
Yeah.
and
I'm used to use those.
winner chicken dinner for me, literally.
I look down at the two legs,
I
and then I jammed them into my mouth.
I look away as I chew, pretending like it's not in my mouth.
So you also said there was a torch, right? I don't know. Do we need that? We should probably
It's-
take it.
It's rather
Does
well
anyone
lit
not
next
have
to the
night
lava
vision?
sea.
Yeah, did you say it started
It would
burning?
be dark.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that go
the
into
torch
the cave?
spontaneously caught fire just from the atmospheric heat and proximity to a literal lava sea.
Actually, it's just Frank and I that can see in the dark right now in the party, right?
No, I'm pretty sure we added.
Oh well, you can do it with your.
Everybody
You can
can.
probably do it with your. Oh, is it?
Yeah, I can do it with my eye, but I'm pretty sure we just added everybody because we were like, monsters should be able to see in the dark. Yeah, I know I can with my eye for sure. Well, maybe I can't. Maybe I didn't add that. I'll double check, but I think we all can.
All right. I remember having a discussion about it at some point. You were leaning towards
Yeah, 'cause
everyone
all
could see in the
monsters are
dark
able to see in
and
the
let
dark.
maybe the grafted couldn't by default until they steal some elf eyes, and maybe the Dibbit can't if it gets something that can't do that. Panther or be good. I don't know about this magma worm. Probably. I don't. I never gave
Eddie,
too much
since you're-
thought.
Yeah, Eddie, since you're back, did you want to possess the magma worm?
Does it have incredible stats?
It's probably more appealing than a panther. There you go.
The panther is pretty sweet.
I put it in the chat. That's
Oh,
my
that looks
stat
pretty
block
damn
for it.
good, Eddie.
That does.
That is pretty
Fire
awesome.
on the fire plan. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for that alone.
Yeah, but I've got more hit points and AC right now.
Fair.
The only
How big is
disadvantage I
this,
see.
magma worm? Can I be a transportation source?
But that D8 on the dragon crit table, Eddie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Carry my friends around through lava? If I make
You
a
do
good
it.
Like a boat,
transport, then I'll make
like a
it.
canoe.
I've always wanted to be a beast of burden.
Oh, God.
Oh, I guess the only disadvantage is the crit's 22.
But you get it's with a D20.
But every
D24.
yeah,
Oh,
you swing for
nice.
the
That's
fences.
actually, yeah, that's nice. I missed that. Wow. Yeah, that's really
that-
freaking good. Man,
That
that's
brings your
great.
likelihood of a
Actually-
crit down to 1 in 12 at that point, which is pretty nice.
But the
So what-
movement
what's-
is terrible unless you're swimming.
Oh, yeah.
So near the magma. Okay.
You're
well,
really trying to talk me
How
out of
it-
it here.
So what's his length again?
The length, let's say like 12-foot length, and it's like about as
That's
thick
not-
as a human. And it's
Oh,
got
that's kind of stubby.
is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
You talk me out of it with that movement rate.
Let's,
Yeah.
Unless I think
Yeah.
we're coming in the very near future.
I think something with that kind of girth, we're looking about 30.
All right.
Really?
How long? Usually they just stay in the lava. In all the playtests, no one ever tries to go, well, how long is it if I take this sucker out? What's the test drive like?
Well, is that what the giant was eating too?
Yeah, it would be longer than 12. It'd probably be 20 to 30, depending on maturity.
But does that mean I'm going to get eaten on sight? I'm a walking snack.
I mean, if you go swimming around the lava sea, maybe. Somewhere kind of not terribly far, but far enough behind you guys, a couple of giants kind of like slide down the edge of the cliff, yell something back up, and look over in your direction and look a little, you see some eyebrow raises.
Do we see anything we could like hide behind or run
Um,
towards?
the humans and assorted other humanoids were running towards like a looks like a path up in the cliff that run the
That's where
opposite
we-
direction of giants.
Excellent. Okay, so that's you. I start running.
I lift my arms up. Orc!
I already had you when we were catching the chicken.
Oh, okay. We were still together catching the chicken.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, even better. All right.
All right, perfect.
Building my followers.
All right, so you guys, bust loose, start going up this path. Humans are you no longer have track of them. You can maybe see some footprints. If you tried to look around, you can maybe find something. You don't see it. No visual contact. A quick howl lets out, and these black hounds, they got hunger in their eyes and fire literally in their mouths. They jump out behind these outcroppings, and on top of each one, there's like a gray skinned dwarf-looking guy, but he's got a beard of literal fire. And there's a kind of a leader emerges from among them, points an axe in your direction, and he's got like a pouch like full of a bunch of stuff, and he just yells, "Give us what you got!" And kind of looking at you, and goes, "And sit, and you can pass." And there look to be 6 of these guys, or sorry,
Give
5
us
of
what
them.
you got. Do you still have those chicken legs?
And I barf the 2 chicken legs back up out of my mouth.
I tossed those at the feet of the dwarves or whatever these things are.
He looks down and looks up. Not good. Not that. Gold, gems, metals.
Don't have any chicken legs. Still fresh.
Rita, while this is all going on, she reaches inside of her mouth, pulls out that halfling's molar, and then crushes it in her hand as she casts, or tries to cast, possession.
All right.
I'll keep them distracted.
6.
All right. Yeah, let's roll initiative then. He's
Okay, I am gonna take the corruption, but I'll handle that on my end.
Waste.
all right.
Wait, you took another corruption, John?
Yeah, I keep screwing up, so that's fake corruption.
I'm going on a 13. How about y'all?
I go on a 20.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I go on a 19. Wow. Okay, rolled good on that finally.
I actually have a 14.
So if anybody's just interested in my corruption, the tongue physically changes, becoming lighter and darker. The lips of the hag are slighter and even beautiful. However, it is now impossible for the hag to speak unless she speaks in rhymes. This is going to be fun.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah, it's gonna be Frank, John, Ian, my fire dwarf guys, Eddie, and Dave. That's our order. So, Frank.
All right, so I guess I'll just run towards the nearest fire orc that's on the and use my whip to try and whip him closer to Ian so he can touch him or something. I don't know what he's gonna do to him.
Yeah. That's something like that.
Does a 15 hit the thing?
Yeah, 15 hits.
All right, so he will actually take some damage. 3 points of damage, 4 points of damage from that.
Okay.
The whip.
All right.
And I'm trying to wrap around him to pull him in. I don't know if that's.
He's on the back of. I mean, you've had what you would easily describe as some kind of hellhound.
Okay, but I'm going to run right, so super close so that Ian can be close to it.
All right. John, your turn.
Okay, I say, she rips out, as she's ripping out another molar, she reaches into her mouth again, pissed off, and Rita says, help me cast this powerful spell to send these evil things to... And rips out one of her molars, crushes it again. She's going to try force manipulation. Let's see if this works. There we go. That is a dirty 20 with all our modifiers now, so... the caster calls into being a tower shield-sized wall at a point within 25 feet. It exists for 2d6 rounds. It grants +4 AC bonus to adjacent creatures while it can't move, and I get 2 of them.
With this one, you can also choose weaker results.
Yeah, that's right.
If you want
to do some damage.
I mean, it's sportsman. If you want the damage, the 12 to 13 will let you do it. It
yeah,
does,
that's what I'd like to do. Yeah, d6 damage. So
right.
don't have to roll. Oh, I can't hurl it, so I have to roll to hit.
I just say it's automatic. What
automatic?
I do is I
Okay.
make them do a reflex save against the spell
Okay.
check.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's a reflex save of 20, so
yeah,
that's
he
a good
fails.
thing.
Are you hitting the same one Frank hit or a fresh one?
Hit the same one Frank hit, so
All
4
right.
damage.
All
As
right.
this spore, she just grabs it, and actually her tooth, she throws, and it turns into this ball of energy as it slams into this thing.
That guy dies.
Beautiful.
All right, and the others look a little bit shocked. One of them just starts booking it, but the other 3 stick around. And Ian, your turn.
All right. So much like previously, my spells at this point are there's only one real combat efficient spell at this point. So what the hell is my character's name? The Grindle Spike. He takes his dagger out again and he starts to chant with it and is holding his symbol and he's casting paralysis again to try to build this energy up in his weapon. And let's see that. Ooh, with an 11, I got a failure, unfortunately. So not casting this spell this round.
All right. And don't forget your vial. You can use it on some enemy attacks that are coming now. The 3 remaining ones, they jump into combat. The first one comes in swinging. Frank, we're gonna choose you. A dirty 20 is gonna hit you. I know that. He comes in, swings an axe at you, gets you for rock and roll 6 points of damage.
Oh.
And he's down, I think. I think that was what you mouthed.
Yeah, I am down.
All right.
Oh, man.
Another one comes in and swings and misses, and the other one kind of just like rubs on the neck of his hellhound, and it breathes out some fire. Or actually, sorry, I took away its fire. Now it has a burning bite. Let's see, who's it going to try to... I think this dog is going to pick on a cat. Let's see. But does a 12 hit the panther?
Yes, that's the magic number.
All right. Okay, then it's going to mess you up. You're going to take 4 points of damage, and you need to make a fortitude save, or you're going to take extra fire damage from this burning bite.
How about a 17?
A 17 will do it for you. All right, just the 4 then. And Eddie, it's your turn.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm going to claw and bite for another nat 20 and a 2 on the claw.
All right, are you biting at the rider or the hound?
I'm going to go with the hound. That sounds like it could be pretty exciting.
All right. Well, yeah, nat 20 hits. What's the damage on that? You muted yourself.
Yeah, come on, Eddie. Don't keep us in suspense, buddy.
I always mute myself, but it's a 4 on the D6, and then whatever we're doing for the crit.
How about...
So the Dybbuk...
But I will jump into that body, baby. I'll do it.
Yeah, it's a D10 on the undead table for the Dybbuk.
Okay. I'll pull up the undead table, so just let me know what your D10 is.
Okay. 8.
8. Ooh, necrotic energies leap from the undead in a sizzling clash, invigorating the character. Your target loses 2d4 stamina.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's 3.
Okay. I mean, it's still up, but the hound is a hurtin'. And Dave, your turn.
So to summarize, we have a dude on a wounded hellhound, right?
Yes.
And how many? And we have 2 other guys still up.
Yeah, there's 3 guys on 3 hounds. Of the ones here, only 1 has been wounded. There's a corpse lying around and another one ran. And
Okay.
the guy who died, his dog took off.
And what are they wielding? The riders?
Axes.
Perfect. Do you want me to give this? What did we call it here? You want me to give this metal rend a test drive?
Heck yeah, I hate that Ian's going to miss it, but yes, let's do it.
That's what he
All right,
wants.
I'm gonna hit him with 3 points.
Oh, there he's back. He's back. He came in. He's using your power, Ian.
What? Who's using
Metal
my power?
rend.
Metal.
Oh.
rend.
Oh,
Dave
nice.
is. Yeah.
So the dude that's one of the ones that's on a non-damaged hellhound. I want to hit him. I'm 3 points of damage. He gets a reflex save.
Versus...
Caster attacks a target using his weapon. I choose the metallic object, which is the axe. The item is ruined.
Okay.
The target receives a DC 10 plus caster level reflex save to prevent the damage to the item, but they still take the attack damage.
Okay.
But you're making an attack with it, and you're like hitting them and dealing damage regardless of whether the item is destroyed.
Why are you hitting yourself? Is that what you're doing here?
He got a 15 on his reflex save, so the axe is still an axe, but he gives himself a good hearty chop with it.
You gonna roll?
And Frank, we're back to you, man.
Are you saying this to me?
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah, I'm on the ground bleeding.
Oh, that. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll also say in a rule I like to use, and it's is I don't know how you might want to do this, John, but in like X-Crawl, one of the new rules is if you have like a teammate who's down, you can go over and stabilize them by spending 1 point of luck. Would there be? I mean, and we don't have to.
I'm fine with that.
Frank can roll up another orc. He built a script for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with doing that with a point of bile. Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Beck Rita will probably even do that if it comes to her turn, which it will be, I think.
I don't know what Rita's healing, or if there are any healing abilities in the party.
Yeah, the Fiend
okay.
Can heal.
Well, but we got. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm forgetting. Okay, all right, Ian, you got a job coming up. Well, Frank leads. John, it's your turn.
On my back as I'm face down in the mud.
So, did you say we can do that? I could get it next to him, spend a point of bile,
also, and I'm running the adventure. You're the system. How does bile
no,
work?
But if you're, but that's technically not DCC either. So if you're going to allow, that's what we're going to do.
I would allow it for luck, but we got bile.
So yeah, I know. Well, okay. So since it's a hag's bile, she will be like, "Wake up, orc! You're doing fine, but now you are all mine." She says, and she actually carves with one of her like nails in your neck her symbol. But she spends the point of bile and brings you back.
All right.
I'll heal you, but I gotta brand you first.
Yeah, exactly. Your mind just like the Toag is.
I'll say,
I feel for you, buddy. I know what that feels like.
See, you're gonna take. We'll do 1 point of permanent stamina damage to your orc for going down, and you're at -4 on all rolls for the next hour.
Ugh.
For getting knocked down, but we'll have you at 1 HP. That's where we'll have you.
Oh, now we got a very, very ragey orc.
Very. Yeah, and hey, you got the rage. That covers up that -4, right, man? All right, Ian, your turn.
All right. So, I obviously see my friend who is now, like back up on his feet at this point in time. My friend, right, and seeing that the hag is like. You can see like facial features all kind of like Bailey on my face, right, John? And in that moment, and my eyebrows get really angry seeing that you're like getting your fingers into the orc, like getting your tentacles in there and starting to like make him yours. And that pisses me off because people are supposed to believe in me, right? But at that point in time, I kind of like mush up next to him again. And the creature that took, or the dwarf that took down the orc, is he dead? Like, is there one right in front of him at this point in time?
Oh yeah, there's another right there.
Okay, and that would like I kind of sort of wedge my way in between, and I'm just reaching out with my dagger to attack this, attack the dwarf up on the wolf's back. Okay, that is a 13.
That'll hit.
All right. Okay, so 2 points of damage, not much, but something.
All right, that'll work. Fortunately, it's their turn again. Let's see how we go. Ooh, I'm critting someone. You're all pretty good targets at this point, except I think for the hag, who's staying, and probably not the orc. Beat that mean. So, Ian, you've been randomly chosen.
What happens?
It happens. You're gonna take 7 points of damage, and then I gotta pull up crit table 3.
You just go down, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It would have been an extra d6 of damage.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be. There's just no way. I mean, I only get it. I actually maxed my hit points with my roll and got 8, so I am down.
All right. Well, yeah, they're looking mighty proud now. That'll be a miss, and that'll be a miss. those other two attacks were pretty miserable. But all right, Eddie, back to you, Mr. Panther. If you're around and can unmute yourself.
I'm just fumbling all around the computer. I'm here. So I am attacking again and missing horribly this time with a 5 and a 6.
All right. All right. Fair enough. All right. Then Dave.
Shoot.
If you can.
I should unmute, huh?
Yeah.
Can you remind me what their features are like?
They look like dwarves with beards of fire, and they're on top of hellhounds. You guys are kind of like on a slopey incline that's like a cleft in these cliffs that goes up from the lava shore. A couple of them have been hurt.
Are we at the top or the bottom of the cliff?
Middle. You're going up an incline.
How far are we from ground level? High up.
Let's say like 40-ish feet. Slope.
Good enough. Let's give Baleful Levitation a spin here.
Heck yeah. Ian's getting all the
I got 2 points. I got 2 points left, but okay, I'm gonna have to concentrate a full round. So is this one of Ian's?
Yeah, these are brand new. They're like never even been run at all. So.
Yeah. So when you say on their turn, does that mean I spend my turn concentrating and then on their turn?
Yes. The idea is that like you concentrate and then when their turn comes, you move them from there.
All right. So we still have an injured hellhound?
Yes.
With the rider on him?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one I'm going to focus on, but I have to you see me doing my
you Jedi mind tricks.
I don't know, my Christo type concentration. Actually like Doctor Strange when he's moving his head all creepy. Nice. And so that's what I'm going to I'm concentrating on him. And the goal is on his turn, I'm pushing, I don't know what we call it, a push or whatever. I'm levitating him off the cliff.
I get it. And you're grabbing the hellhound so it takes the hound and the rider.
Yeah, I'm concentrating on the hellhound, so it's a 2-for-1 sale.
Beautiful. All right, I love that. Frank, it's your turn. You kind of see some, weird force manipulation bubbles arising around one, and I don't touch that one.
All right, so I see them. They've taken the fiend and knocked him down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm gonna go. Can I do this? Let me know if I can do this at the same time, Stefan. If not, it's okay. But Orc has a ability called War Cry that gives everyone a +2. So I want to combine this with spending the vial to revive Ian, where I just yell out, in rage, as I scoop up Ian and put him back on my back. You'll be okay.
I love the moment of it. So yes.
Nice.
All right. And
so Ian,
Ian, you come back. You're on your bro's back. He's yelling, hurting whatever kind of eardrums you have. It's right in your ear hole. And you take a -1 to your strength. That's your ability.
All right.
Damage for getting knocked down.
Give everyone a +2 bonus to their attack rolls until the end of my turn.
Nice. +2.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And that includes right now, Ian. Right now.
Excellent. So from on the back, and I'm like, I've got my 1 hit point. You can see there's like ichor and blood and like things coming out. There's like eye boogers and whatnot as these eyes pop back up out and look over at that. And I just, again, I have a difficulty with, actually, you know what? I'm going to use my lay on hands ability to heal myself. So let me look this up real fast. Lay on hands.
Now, you do also get -4 to this because you just went down.
Oh, yeah. Well,
but don't let
I
that.
need
You'll
the
get
hit
-4
points.
to anything. So
Exactly. All right. So D20 plus my personality modifier plus my cast level. All right. Let's see. D20. Oh, that'll do. Let's see. That's a 16. So with that, I'll check. I can do it to myself, right? I get 2 dice worth of hit points, or just
the minimum lay on hands for same alignment is 2 hit die, so you'll be getting it back.
All right.
These guys are doing their thing. Dave, you lift one off, and I'm assuming like immediately drop him, so he takes some falling damage.
Yeah, it's a full 30 feet away from the cliff face, and then down.
All right, roll 3d6 for me then.
Real quick, in the thing, because I'm used 2 points. if he's below 4 hit dice, he doesn't get a save attempt.
Okay. Well, the Hellhound is, so no save.
All right, and I'm rolling for the fall damage.
The fall
you
damage.
Said which?
3d6.
How much?
Come
I like
on,
it.
Dave. Do it.
I like
All
it.
ones.
Shh, quiet you. 10 total.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
The dwarf, you had the crunching of many bones, and in a very baritone wolf. Ow! As they die.
What happened? So did the dwarf die too?
Yeah, and the dwarf as well.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah,
You got a package deal there.
Yeah, absolute package deal. And the other two dwarves, they look a little worried. I'm gonna have them roll another. They both make their morale checks. They're sticking around. They're in this to win this. I think they're gonna come at the Toag now, kind of like seeing the you kind of do your thing, try to take some revenge if they're making morale checks. That's why. But I get a pretty. Yeah, my high roll between the two of them was a 9. So they ain't doing that much. Eddie.
Oh, all right. I got a 16 bite and 18 claw, 3 damage on each one of those. And was my Hellhound still up and in it, or is that the one that just got taken out?
Dave, would you? I'll let Dave. There was one Hellhound that had been hurt, and there's 2, but there'd been 2 unhurt Hellhounds.
Yeah,
and 2 hurt dwarves.
If we play back the footage, I did say the injured one.
All right.
The injured Hellhound.
So the injured Hellhound is dead. Would you choose a fresh Hellhound or a damaged rider then, Eddie?
If the Hellhound I was attacking is dead, then I will skip my attack entirely and take over the Hellhound's body.
Okay.
No, he's 40 feet down.
And
a little liquefied.
Yeah.
Then just put it on another Hellhound next to me.
Okay. So
and the rest on a gift certificate.
6 damage total. All right, then you one pretty darn damaged Hellhound. It is, and Dave, we're back to you.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of blew my wad, so we are going to axe attack.
You can try to get some luck from these fellas.
That's true. I feel like we're all getting beat up, and I don't know if I want to. I feel like I'm not pulling my own weight. So it's that human in me that's pricking my conscience, which is I'm so ashamed. But yeah, I'm going to. I guess I'm going to hop forward and try to go underneath the Hellhound with my axe and kind of scrape him as I go with the axe.
All right.
That's just flavor.
I mean, it's easy. You're always moist. Less here, but it makes the power slide easy.
I rolled a 1.
Oh man! Our luck tonight. Luck there. Like I said, he's had some 20s.
What's your armor class on that guy?
11.
11. All right, roll a d4 for your fumble.
Alrighty. I have a 2.
Make a DC 10 reflex save to avoid tripping.
Natural 20. Okay.
Yeah.
I have no moderation here.
Yeah. Feast or famine. Okay. Frank, we're back to you, my man.
All right. Hey.
Let me see. Hey, that +2 from your war cry, that was just on attacks, not also damage?
Yes, it's just 2 attacks.
Okay, I was wondering. It would have changed Eddie's the Hellhound situation.
Can you rub some dirt on me too? And is there anything near me that I could whip?
You could get in. Yeah, Hellhound, dwarf, take your pick.
Yeah, I'll just try and feebly. I got a 4.
Okay, all right. You just kind of whip wildly in the air.
Did you give your not that it matters? You give yourself your +2 still because it's till the end of your next round, which would be this round.
Yeah, I'm at like a minus. What'd you say? A -4?
Yeah. Yeah. So his +2 and his
and with your rage bonus.
Oh, I didn't roll the rage bonus, but I don't think it's probably going to matter.
Probably not.
Well, I add a 5 to that, so an 11.
11. Were you attacking one of the hounds or the dwarves?
Yeah, a hound. Just whatever's nearest, like whip the leg of a hound, I guess.
All right. Then it misses. It would have hit a dwarf.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
All right. John, your turn.
Okay. So I can't think of any rhyme. So there's two groups left. One dwarf, one hound, another dwarf and a hound, correct? Okay,
Yeah.
and one of them has been unscathed.
One hound is unhurt. Everything else has been hurt.
So I'm going to cast Hex on that one. I draw I pull out my nail and draw something on the palm of my hand, then stab my own hand. Actually, I'm going to do possession. I draw a figure of the hound, like a rough one in the palm of my hand, then stab it. And we'll see if this works out. Come on, die. Stop frickin' betraying me. Okay. There we go. Dirty 20. Okay.
Ooh, and I need to make a will save versus that?
Yeah. Let's see here. Cash gains control of the target for 60 feet for one turn. They may give verbal instructions. You only get the saving throw if you endure harm, I believe. Let me double check. Nope, you're right. Saving throw, DC 20 will.
Okay.
I mean, you did write the spell, so.
I did. I was like, I know there's a saving throw. I got a 17. I was close, but not close enough. But you can, hey, I guess that's the nice thing. If I did hit that saving throw, you could have used a vial.
All right. And then she just whispers to the hound, you know what would be great fun if you went for a run?
All right. Hey, Ian, your turn.
All right. So we have one hellhound with two dwarves left, right?
Each dwarf has their own hound still.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the hag points to the one she did that on, said, this one is mine. It will be fine.
Yeah, the other hellhound is a little roughed up.
Gotcha. All right. The other hellhound is okay. So seeing that, and now that I'm in a better position with my hit points and everything, bubble up off of the orc like a little fleshy colored tumor and swing out again with my dagger, and make an attack against that hellhound that's there. Okay. That's actually injured. Ooh, nat 20. All right.
All right.
Counteract my one
so that Eddie can't use it. Come on, do something like that.
Yeah. So, all right, that's let's see, 2 points of damage, and then where's my critical hit table?
Are you on a normal one or like the demon critical hit table?
He's on the demon crit table.
Okay, I'll get it pulled up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that.
Yeah, well, that's the cool thing why I like these, because you rarely use these unless you're the judge.
Mm-hmm.
So
D4. Okay, let me roll my D4. Ooh, I got a 4. All right.
Major life burn. The character permanently loses an additional 4 hit points. So just I'll say that kills the hellhound with just the thing Eddie wanted. The rider it's their turn. The rider off of that dead hellhound kind of like starts tumbling down the slope as he sees the other dwarf and unable to get control of his hellhound as it just starts running away into the distance. And he, seeing that he's the only one left in here, looks to his left, looks really, kind of the direction that those giants are in down there. It looks very scared and starts trying to run further along the shores, getting away from you. Combat's over, but it seems like you probably don't have much time. Those giants are right on your tail.
Yeah. You want to jump in that body super fast, Eddie? Or try to?
Did he ruin it? Is it ruined?
For this one, I'll say you can roll 2. Let's see, what would be this one? Has a max of 6 HP, but it's got the rest of that.
Nope. Ride the panther.
All right.
Hot panther.
All right. Yeah. All right. Do you guys? What do you guys do? What's the reaction in this moment then?
I mean, we
got to hightail it out of here, right?
Exactly. Yeah. These giants are coming after us. They're like right behind us. Like your little fleshy tumor is panicking. His arms are waggling up.
Like he's panicking, so I start running away from the giants.
Yeah, I'll chase after the orc.
Okay. All right. You guys keep on running. You get to the top of the cliff.
I'm sorry. I was muted when I was. Were there any dwarf? There were dwarf body. There was at least one dwarf body, right?
Yeah.
Were they just hand axes as well?
A couple. Hand axes. The leader had like they also had like some leather dwarf armor on them. Looks like it from something from this plane of existence. So it might be. It doesn't look like regular leather. It has kind of a darker coloring to it. And they've got these hide shields. And the leader one, the first one that you guys killed, he had like a bag with a bunch of stuff in it.
Okay, real question. I can't wear armor, but can I hold a shield?
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Okay, I grab a leather shield as as I pass, following Mistress Rita.
And I'll say you have that worm skin hide shield. It can negate all incoming fire damage once, but will be immolated.
More people might want to grab those.
Yeah, was there more than one of those?
Yeah, there's 2 more of them, but one's at the bottom of the slope. So
probably
one more if you want to grab that. And they got their axes. Yeah, I've said everything that's there.
Sure. So I slurp an arm down and see if I can grab one of these as the orc is running with us together,
Mm-hmm.
and so I see if I can nab that shield that's there and run with it.
Yeah.
And in addition to that, is there any armor class? Is it armor class benefit to the shield?
Yeah, it's like holding a shield plus 1 armor.
Just okay. Thank you.
D8 on the fumble if you fumble now, though.
I got my fumble out of the way.
Yeah. Well, if you do it again.
Don't say that. You're gonna have roll 2 in a row now.
All right. Okay. Well, yeah. You and the little one, you got your matching shields now, and you're like, oh yeah, it's things native to this plane of existence. Some fire resistance. That makes sense. We're using our noggins. You guys run up, and you kind of see, it looks like the humans, you can see them in the distance a little bit. They've kind of broken off. The big storm cloud is still in the direction. Looks like there's kind of basically 2 paths to try to follow it or follow the humans, however you want to say it. Some of them went over these open plains, and some of them kind of went up into some badlands. And it looks kind of like, hey, open plains, that's the quicker way, but you kind of in the distance see a little pop of a lava bubble kind of ruined the surface, but up in the badlands, that's going to be a little slower, just harder to traverse, and you can't see what's in there. So you have your choice of which direction you want to go in.
Which way do we go? Asking the blob.
Do you have any kind of divination? That's not the word, right? But
I know what you're talking about.
Prognostication of the future.
I'm at this is manifest
points.
shadow would have been helpful, but I don't have any power. I don't have any points.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on.
I don't really have anything that would be useful for this myself.
I mean, just from initial feel, right? It's like my soft little gooey body. I'm like, you need to get to a place where we can hide. The planes won't let us hide.
No, didn't understand a word, but that's
how it goes with this guy.
From blobs.
Yeah.
When he levels up, that mouth muscle will get better.
Exactly. I get to do a lot of different voices, I think, with this character, which should be fun.
He pointed in a direction. I'm gonna just start running in the direction I thought he pointed, which was to the left.
So you said you were talking about were we able to see the direction that the fleeing dwarves went?
Make a luck check. Or vile check.
That's all right. You got it. It's gonna take some time.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you did,
I don't have any spending vile.
no, I mean not for a
right?
vile check. You're just equal or under.
I did make it. I got a 6 under 8. That's
Okay. Yeah, you see, it goes up into the Badlands.
So we probably do we want to go the opposite way of the other way from the dwarves, or do we want to pursue the dwarves?
Just for clarification's sake, right? From the perspective of my character, what he was saying is we need to hide, and you can't hide in the open. That to me seems, I've already been down. I'm a little squishy blob. To me, to go and find a place to hunker down would be much better, especially when we have giants following after us.
Yeah. Do we see any place we could go hide?
I mean, it is the Badlands. If the storm seems to be passing through, and it's kind of the quicker way if you want to in the general direction of where that shaman lady said follow the eye and pointed. The open field is quicker. The Badland will be a little slower. The open field seems to have little bubbles of magma popping every now and then. So it's got some obvious danger. The Badland, it's the devil you know, but the devil you don't.
So in
But
this scenario,
we
I
see
start
that the
to
humans split up and they're taking both paths. So
yeah, because they're
Yeah, it
not
looked
they're
like
not
he pointed
necessarily
towards the back. To me, it looked like he pointed at part of that block. He pointed, and I'm guessing that was towards the Badlands because he was thinking we
yes.
could hide. So the orc is gonna run towards where he
Right.
think he pointed and try and find some place to
Yep.
hide where the giants don't see us.
all right,
Whether the storm can cover us or whatever.
All right, I'll assume everyone goes along unless there's sudden,
Yep.
objections.
And as he's running, I begin to cast another spell. So I'm going to try to cast Detect Good, and it shows there's that point where it does like traps and things like that in this situation and dangerous stuff. So hopefully I should get, if I can cast it well enough, I should get some visibility into in case there's anything around here that might intimately harm us.
Rita will, as she sees you casting, she'll drag one of her nails across her wrist and give you one point from a hit point. So I'm now at one
nice.
hit point. Not that's
hey, that brings me up to the next tier. So I rolled a 13, and that therefore becomes a 14. So creatures of opposed alignment are automatically detected, as well as objects inherently dangerous in nature. And evil creatures don't receive a will save to remain. Good creatures don't receive a will save. So I take, I've got like a little, out of the middle of my chest again, where that dagger comes from. I pull a little holy symbol out, and it's like a little black coin with what looks like a little fetus that's emblazoned on it, right? There's like a little humanoid. It's tough to see exactly what it is, but I pull that out and hold it up, and it starts to glow with like a inverted negative light, and then let's see, how does this work? It's a ray extending out 5 feet wide and 60 feet ahead of the symbol. So I've got like a flashlight to be able to, and so I'm panning back and forth, seeing if there's anything dangerous as we go through the Badlands area.
All right, is that your Dark Master, the Unborn God?
I'm not sure just yet, but in my head, I hear the name, the Orphan in the Void, I think.
Okay,
right. Orphan in the Void.
I mean, that could be it. Maybe that's an avatar, one of your unholy saints or whatever the equivalent of that term would be.
Mm.
All right, we're working on the DDC cosmology over here. And then you guys start going out, and you guys hear a few screams and roar of some horrific beast as you kind of are getting to the top and where you could probably see over where you think all that noise is coming from. The crags in just kind of jaggedness, blistering hotness from falling ash. They make it so there's only you could try, but there's only a single path that you can make with any decent speed, and that's what you've been following. As you kind of hear that noise, what would your reactions be?
Rita just kind of looks back that way and continues on. That's behind us, correct? Or is that in front of us?
That's in front of you.
Rita just kind of glance. Oh, it's in front of us. So Rita stops. Stop, I say. We must delay.
My gosh, I love this rhyming.
I hate it. It's so fucking hard. So I've been quiet so many times because I'm like, how do I say this?
You guys ever read?
We're pretty beat up, so I want to look for a place to hide and not be seen by whatever that is.
John, Rita, you could probably Google rhyming dictionary or something.
It's okay. I'm doing all right. It's actually a good mental exercise. So Rita actually on that note looks at our fiend friend. Where's your name at? Oh, Grindlespate. Heal me you must to build our trust. And she actually kind of scratches what would be your head, in a comforting kind of way.
Like that. That's funny. And again, being brand new in life, I've never experienced what that actually is. So it's immediately my guard is down, and I bring my hand out and actually cast lay on hands on you. Ooh, actually, that's awesome.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have many hit points, but I was at 1 of 5. So.
Let's see.
Ouch.
So I rolled an 18.
All right. So D. It's just going to be a D3.
Okay, there you go. You want me to roll the damage?
Yeah.
Or roll the healing? Yeah.
The healing. Oh my God. Actually, no, he did the wrong thing.
It'd probably be a 14. It's not yet been an hour.
Oh, it would be a 14. Okay, yeah. So that puts it at.
It's just 1. I mean, I only got 1.
Oh, because you can only do it any hit die as you have, but that's 3.
Mm-hmm. Nice, thank you, sir. She cackles.
Well, I always use the rule where it's if you get an 18, if you would roll 3, but you're limited by your level, you would roll 3 and take the best of those 3.
Oh,
for
okay.
whatever
Oh, I
year.
didn't know that was an optional rule. That's pretty
I
cool.
like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
They start. It's in X Crawl. They put it in Dying Earth. It was a house rule for years before that, so it's not in DCC
Okay.
Core, but like everybody
Well,
uses that.
I'm gonna write that in here. Yeah, I didn't know that. So
Interesting.
maybe we
It's
should
a
write
good
that
one
in.
because you should still get that reward for having the high roll, even though you're kind of limited by
Yeah.
levels still.
Yep, I agree. And that's fair. Yeah, I like that. I'll write it in.
So all right, but you would get you get some hit points back. You're a little bit healed. You hear like another roar. You kind of hear like that like big spout of flame kind of sound that you've heard before. Everyone's heard it before where you guys come from.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely not worthwhile to see. Are there any like hollows or crevices or like caves or anything around here in the Badlands
No,
that we've seen so far?
just a bunch of crappy rocks that suck to
Yeah.
walk on. They're really big and just rough and pointy in all the worst spots.
I think we got to go forward.
Yeah,
It's either this or face the giants.
All right.
definitely not worth it.
Rogue, I'll sneak ahead.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Oh, and I'll send my eye too. Fuck, I keep
All
forgetting
right.
about the eye.
The
I'll have it float
eye
along,
and
like
tails the
side and the-
panther.
yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
You guys
Pun-
kind of
pun
creep around.
intended.
Yeah, and you guys see a large but not adult-sized red dragon that seems to be have a torn wing, and there's a lance that's half broken in its wing and half broken in one of its paws, and it is eating one of the humans that was running away earlier. I'm sure Eddie just got really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say since you're recording this.
Innuendo.
So in a normal DCC funnel, this scene tends to go oh, how do we get around it? It's hurt. Can we befriend it? Is this a lion with a thorn in its paw? But with the Dybbuk here, I think plans drastically change immediately.
Well, or I could cast Hag's Hound on it.
Or you could and get something crazy out of it.
That would be absurd.
We should help it. It eats humans.
Seems like it eats everything.
Yeah. I don't think it discriminates.
I'm willing to try.
Oh my gosh, you crack your whip at it?
No, not at it, but as I stand up.
Oh.
I
say
say to you, not to it.
Being the generous judge over here, though it is wounded and not an adult dragon, it is still a DCC dragon. So if you're going to come at it, come in hot, guys. Otherwise, it will kill at least one of you as soon as it gets
Well, can we try and get the thing out of it? What I was going to do was try and use animal handling to try and... I am an animal handler. I'm thinking I could try and pull the thing out and convince us we're not... we're trying to help it.
Okay.
3 words, Frank. Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah, I'll maybe I could try to possess it too. Ugh.
There's a lot of
Wait,
great plans here.
just to play devil's advocate, when he cracked his whip, did that draw attention to us?
Well, did he actually crack his whip here?
It was to Ian, who was on my back. As I stood up, I'm like, hey, I think we should go help it. It eats humans. I was getting up to go over there to approach it and go help it out.
Did you literally or metaphorically crack your whip?
I don't know what that means.
I mean,
He's
you must-
trying to. The dragon is not aware of your presence at this time.
Okay.
The dragon is eating
That's
humans.
Okay.
And you said the lance is broken in its wing?
Yeah, the lance is in its wing and in one of its paws.
Oh.
Yeah, you saw
So
these
where's
giants.
Big
This,
dragon.
Where's the pointy end?
in the paw, and half of
Okay.
it's torn up the wing and it's kind of hit a bone.
So that the handle part's in the wing.
Yeah.
All right. I know what I'm going to try when we
okay.
finally build up our courage. No,
I'm
it's
going to do this unless you tell me to stop.
foolish.
I'm pretty confident, with my animal handling ability. I'm going to charge in, walk in and pull the lance out and tell them I'm trying to help.
Are dragons animals?
I'll have my possession at the ready to
they're
cast in
sentient, right?
case it does anything bad.
All right. All right.
Orcs are like the Drax the Destroyer of this game. I love it.
All right, Frank.
All right,
please,
yeah.
Plan A.
Anyone stop me? I mean, I'm
No, I
Alright.
can't think of words to come up with to tell
I
you
think
no.
they're
So-
all like looking
go.
behind a rock, doing this
Yeah,
as
you're
you
gonna come with
talk.
me.
I've got like an eye poked up over your shoulder as I'm like trembling at your back.
Are
What's
you
that?
on my back?
Yeah, I'm holding on. I don't know any better
What
at
do you
this
want me to
point.
do?
There's a moral
trying to-
support.
I'm trying to go swiftly, and confidently, but not like I'm trying to attack it. But I don't want to like go up like I'm scared. I just want to kind of confidently go in there,
Mhm.
like try and reassure it, and then help him.
All right. I'll say
While
give,
he's ready to like rub some dirt on his paw, like
Alright.
like you did before. Rub dirt on it.
give me
So
a
you're-
give me a personality
he's
check
good.
then. Let's see.
Ah.
Are you the
What's my minus right now? Has it been an hour?
Nice, Eddie.
No, it's not been an hour.
Okay, so I rolled an 18. So what are you taking off of that? And I got a +1 to my
4.
personality.
I'll
So it's a 15.
okay.
Well done, Frank. I think it's the best chance you're going to get.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem to successfully convey your peaceful intentions, and it allows you to approach it.
Two little
But-
hands come up from
But you
behind.
can- it is
back.
like its eyes are like right on you. You can see like just little bits of fire like spurting out of its nose and mouth with every breath.
as a contingency? Well, the Panther definitely is our stealthiest. Do you want to do a little sneaky? Just as a backup.
I mean,
That's to you, Eddie.
But are we sneaking up on it, or are we befriending it?
Well,
Well,
I'm
no,
just
he's
saying
saying-
right now, if his attention's on Doug right now, do you want to take an advantage just as a backup to do a stealth behind it in case things go south?
I would love to.
All right, yeah.
Thank
Give me a roll then. Make sure don't botch it and give away the surprise attack.
Now's
Well,
not
there
the time
there
for
shouldn't be
that
any
one.
tree branches to break on their way.
Like, oh no, I
Come on,
crunched a
natural
bone.
20.
Nat 20?
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That'll work. That'll work.
All right. All right. Yeah. You. Nobody
Sorry.
sees you. They lose track of you.
I'm
Frank.
gonna point at the paw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kitty soft paws.
Yeah.
It watches you. It doesn't make any move. You know, it seems to be
All right.
allowing you to move forward with this.
All right, so I'm gonna go and so my plan is when I go for the lance, like it's gonna be rip the band-aid off, like not like, and then hopefully Fiend is
Yep.
ready.
Yep.
So he's watching me. I'm gonna be quick about it.
All right.
Do you want me to do anything?
No, I think you could. I mean, there's not really a skill needed for this. You're just yanking it out quick. As you said, rip the band-aid off. And at the same time, Lemur goes and gives him a little, it's okay, boy.
No, I was thinking that earlier too. Does anybody speak dragon?
So
Not
the
me.
fiend actually in the new rule set, John, I didn't see any languages that were listed for the fiend. So
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
just
know.
picked some random ones.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
figured probably fiendish or whatever would be your main one.
Gotcha.
And then just something else because like I gave myself Fey in common.
Okay.
What's your intelligence have to be to get a second?
13 at least.
Okay.
All right. Lay on hands this dragon.
All right.
Go ahead.
So as he goes in and like yanks this out, I like stretch forward and just like place both of my hands onto this dragon. All right, gosh. Okay, I'm at a -4, but that is a 12 actually. I just squeaked it
got it.
out in this case.
All right. The
Aw.
dragon is going to get back one of its D12 hit die, then, I suppose.
Can't believe we might actually pull this off.
Oh my gosh.
Just breathe fire on us.
You heal
Thank you.
you heal the dragon. You see the wound start to close up, and it like there's like a grunting of pain from the dragon, and then it speaks in, I don't know, the common language that you all understand, and it goes, thank you. And it kind of leans its wing over and looks at you because your job is not yet done, and it wants you to help remove the other side from its wing.
Okay, I'll try and do that.
All
If
right.
we get through this whole encounter, just because he's got
Yeah.
thumbs,
Yeah, you're able to do that. It's got a torn up wing, but a
Is
heal
it
upon it.
a weapon that I can use?
It is like a broken javelin. You could, with like a, not right now, but with a little bit of work, you could like use it as a normal javelin though.
Okay.
Because this thing would be essentially a giant sized javelin.
Mhm.
So the broken tip end is a normal. You say it's just a
Yeah, with the
size.
broken tip end, you
two hands though.
got to do a little
Gotcha.
bit of work, but yeah, you could make it into a normal javelin essentially.
So could I make it a two-handed javelin? Since it's giant
Yeah.
size?
What's your strength?
It's an 11. The reason I ask is because orcs can add their luck to two-handed weapons.
You're not strong enough to wield a giant. I have rules for wielding giant-sized weapons. You're not strong enough. It essentially be a 16 to do it normally. 12 to 15 you can do it at -1 die. 11 and lower you can't effectively do it.
Okay, it's too heavy. Okay.
So does the dragon just go back to munching on that human?
The dragon offers, I must repay you.
How about, and is it, how big is it? I know we talked about baby, but nose to tail.
I'm terrible at like accurately describing these things. I've always been.
Okay, just
I would say
pick
D&D classification is young adult. I would say like your average, like a decent sized house. I don't know.
Okay,
it
so
is
this thing's
young
massive.
red
Okay.
dragon.
Got it.
So
it's
maybe
massive.
school bus size.
Yeah, school bus sounds about right.
So ask for a ride. Out of here.
Welcome you are. We must go far. And I point down away.
You're like, you know what? You're like the sexy hitchhiker. And they pull over, and then we jump out of the bushes and jump in the car too.
Yeah, with the black blood coming out of my mouth.
It kind of sees a few more people popping up and goes, "You may ride once. I will not be indebted." And it allows you all to jump on its back.
All right.
Awesome. Well done, Frank and Ian. Damn. I really didn't think you guys were going to pull that off. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Young dragon is the size for this guy.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, pretty,
So like
freaking big. Yeah.
like 15 feet long or something.
Yeah, I think the bus was a pretty good comparison.
Yeah,
I think
I
the bus
agree.
is good. I can wingspans. I'm like, I don't know. I have like I don't really know much about birds. What's the context? I don't know. The dragon flies you guys up, and you see kind of down below some humans running here and there, and they look to be running towards a. There's this creature laying down. It looks dead. It looks even from up high. You're like, this thing. It's like the length of a football field. There's this dead creature. It is it's like onyx colored, and its chest has been torn open, its head has been torn open, and there's this giant pool of blood. But you can see from up high, it has one giant eye, and every once in a while, it actually still blinks, and its eyelashes are wreathed in flame. From up high, you can kind of see when it blinks where the whites of its eyes should be. It changes color each time it blinks. And one part you see this bluish and then a brownish. You feel like there's some detail getting lost in it from how up you are. But the humans are running towards that.
That's the eye. We must go there or die.
And you're also able to see from up high. Sorry to interrupt as I seem to have finished talking. Giants still, chasing you a little further back, but yeah.
Are we getting a little bit of distance from them on the back of the dragon?
Yeah. Now you definitely are.
Good.
Mr. Dragon, do you know what is that thing?
That is the near-dead titanic god of the chaos flame.
Why would the humans go towards it?
Its eye is a portal to other worlds. Long ago it did battle and was slain, or nearly. Its brother wades through the endless seas, searching for its mind and its heart, which were torn from it. But for aeons, it has never found.
I really want to ask the dragon to hover down above it so we can all jump into the eye. Just to make Stefan work. But I also really want to see what happens.
I mean, I
I
can't
feel like we
imagine if he's
found, like,
telling us the color of it.
I feel like we found a secret pipe and.
I think the
jump
color of the eye probably matters.
Well,
but my orc would probably not know
Oh, yeah.
that.
Well, but also that shaman, she told us to go to the eye. I can't remember what she said. So,
Mhm.
but it was definitely
Yeah.
the eye.
The eye is the key. Yeah.
Lead home, dragon. You come with us, and we conquer our world.
So what?
I will not leave
Man,
my
I
home,
really-
but I will let you may go to yours.
Yeah,
Am I the only one that wants to go in that eye?
Oh no,
No,
let's
I
do
think-
it.
yeah,
I think
okay.
we're actually unanimous.
Bring us
Yeah,
home.
exactly.
Right.
I want
All
the
right.
dragon with lots of gold pieces and shiny things there.
You should have asked for that earlier. You asked for a ride.
No. Shiny
No,
things,
no,
shiny pieces for you. Come to our world, help us conquer.
I've got plenty of that. And ladies, lots of them. I live in the volcano over there.
I don't believe them. They all live in Canada. We don't know.
They all live in
It's Canadian
Canada.
dragon.
Canadian dragon. What this is a boot?
Yeah,
All right,
breed
sorry,
maple
but it's
syrup,
Canada.
Yeah, let's hop through the eye.
All right, yeah, it floats up above it. It blinks. You kind of see one human kind of near it. There's some like little black kind of looks like reptilian vultures, kind of like drinking up blood, picking at the skin here. They kind of like gnash at some of the people, but they like scatter, and the humans look really afraid. One tries to jump through the eye, and the flaming eyelashes catch him. He jumps at the wrong moment and like goes through the eye, but he's on fire while he does it. Another makes it through though. It looks like the eye when they make it through and they jump into like some medieval city. It kind of looks like what all those human cities look like. It blinks again. It just looks like earthen tunnels. You guys have because you jumped on the back of a dragon. You're way ahead of the giants and whatnot. You don't really have to worry for a little bit. And you guys watch it. It blink, and it takes a few blinks. I don't know. I'll describe a few places. You tell me when you want to jump through. You see a futuristic arena, and there's like a guy with a shield, and he's got a digital clock on the inside of his shield, and he's like yelling at somebody else. Blink. You see,
And that's a human.
Yeah, and it's a human guy, but he's like talking to an orc. Blinks again. You see Cowboy World. Pew pew. Blinks again. You see jungles.
And that cowboy world is probably more dust and sand.
Yeah,
Right?
dust and sand,
As much-
and there's some guy with a wide brim hat. And
Yeah. I really want to go there myself, but my character does not.
Yeah.
I'm done with the heat. He's like my wife. I don't, no more Texas heat.
Yeah.
Please, let's move to Montana.
Yeah.
My jungle is my instinct, but that's selfish of me. But
Are those
But
the
you
only
all-
three? Just those three stepping?
That's what's. I have I'm rolling on a D12 table here. I've got a lot of different. I've got some and
Gotcha.
and also written advice and for like, hey, yeah, you could go to Weird Frontiers if you want, but if you want to keep
Yeah,
doing this
that's what I was
campaign
thinking.
path, don't do that.
so
how do we pick the
if we do-
option of don't do that?
You get to a typical. It blinks a couple more times, and you see one. You're like, that looks like typical Erithian village. Yeah, we could go
Perfect.
there and wreck up something. We'll be
Yeah,
close
go there,
to
kill all the humans, take it over,
Wait. Just
plow the fields,
again,
rape the women.
just another idea.
Sure.
Do any of these other worlds to us, because we don't know what that
Mhm.
digital clock is, we don't know what that revolver is. Do any of them look more vulnerable to conquer than home?
Mm,
Ooh.
No, I'm asking the party. You please don't. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just throwing that out there.
yeah, that's an interesting discussion topic. I would say to
Like,
to the
big
fiend.
news.
Yeah, like again, not being pretty brand new in existence. I don't really know much of anything. This place that we already are seems like where I'm supposed to come from, but it's also extremely dangerous. So I'm willing to go anywhere at this point in time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
say we. Oh God, I got a rhyme. Hang on. To this village we go, or we face the foe. I point back to the giants, and I say that whenever it comes to the like normal-ish looking one.
Okay, I have to follow her if I'm not. I can't.
Yeah.
Be a thing
Yeah.
so.
And then
The orc is just
Doug,
waiting for the fiend to
Yeah.
go, and he's gonna jump whenever he makes some sort of gurgly.
Yeah.
noise.
I mean, if that's
That
the
sounds
thing.
like jump.
We tap our ruby slippers. There's no place like home.
All right, you guys. I mean, normally I'd be like, all right, make a reflex save or actually it's an agility check to jump through and not hit those fiery eyelashes. But you're just diving down straight into it. So you guys are good. You make it through into a village that has nothing close to a defense against what you can do, and it is, and I'll leave it up to you guys whether or not you are appearing in, the town square or on the outskirts or in the woods, kind of peeking out at it. But that's, Mhm. But you have kind of found not too much out about what you were sent here to do. But let's say that you get one human captive that jumped into this world at the same time you did. That was one of the fire giant's prisoners as well.
I immediately try to suck some of that precious human luck out of him.
All right.
Is he resisting?
He's a level 0 guy. I mean, he tries to resist, but it's, hey, at least he's the guy being like, I got some good hits in.
I only got one point off of him.
All right.
We're qualitative though.
So, as it stands for the written adventure, we're at the end of that. We can go on for
Oh, okay.
a while longer. You guys
I'm
have
good
gotten
with
out of the
going
plane
to
of fire. Gotten out of the plane of fire, and
we totally piped this.
So whereas you at level, we would have gone to first by now.
I think we should play out. I think we should play out the raid. This will
we
be
got to question
camp.
this guy, I think, obviously.
Yeah, we got 40 minutes left in the slot that we had, so.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to question him while rhyming, so you guys take the lead on this one. And I'm really bad at personality, too.
Also,
So
every once in a while, maybe you just whisper something into someone else's ear, and they say not rhyme version.
No, I'm going to stick to the role playing because actually it's
right.
it's challenging, but yeah.
All right, I won't try to give you another.
She wanted to,
No,
but she couldn't find my ears. All right, human. I guess what were we going to ask him? Is this?
I mean, he can just be your servant and go for.
We can't hear you, John. By the way.
Oh, that was on mute. So Rita will say to him, "Answer all questions you must, or return you to dust." And she lets sand fall through her hands. She's dirt she picks up off the ground.
Is that
with her black teeth smile?
Oh, okay, this is still hell.
All right, she's loosened, or he's loosened up. It's all yours.
Know ye this human village?
No. It's the first place that looked anything like home.
Swear allegiance to us or perish on the spot.
Yes, my eternal allegiance. Yeah, or semi-eternal. As long as you want it.
Or I shall lick you a second time.
How did you get to the plane of fire?
The volcano erupted. I thought I died and went to hell. I'm not entirely sure I didn't.
That's the night's journey.
Your village, who did they worship?
Oh, all sorts. Very polytheistic. We're progressive like that. You can let live.
Doug's like, don't say polytheistic to me again. Because I don't know what it means.
Let's see. What do we need to find out to figure out what direction?
I think so. We're on the we decided the outskirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's scout around. Check and let's see if we can. If we're in the outskirts, maybe we can find like a lone farmhouse or something. Conquer one at a time, and maybe we can get some human clothes. Sneak into the town that way.
That's what he wants. He wants to find a farmhouse so he can steal our chickens.
That's true. I wouldn't mind another one.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, we can kind of get some information off of them in this home invasion, and maybe get some human clothes to sneak in. That's my suggestion.
Really not sure how much human clothes are going to help any of you sneak around.
Probably not.
That's true.
Be a little difficult for him. I mean, the
bruised.
orc is the most human of all of us, and definitely not very human.
Well, at the very least, like I said, we can secure a base of operations.
John, you're muted right now. If you were
The
saying
Dybbuk has the best chance of sneaking around, but the Dybbuk
Yeah,
can't hop out of
you
the
always
panther
forget.
and then hop back in.
Yeah, we can always kill this guy and then he can possess him. So
I'm going to panther
Yep.
around and do some scouting since that's pretty stealthy.
All right.
yeah.
Oh.
Sure. Make a
Yeah, I got it.
stealth
I got
check.
it.
13 for sneakery.
All right. I mean, this seems like there's nothing exciting in this town. It's not that much of a town either. It's like 20 houses. This is just a little spit of nowhere on the road to somewhere that's got to be bigger than it, because there's not much that's going to be smaller. They don't seem to, and it seems like, you look around and you're like, oh, those goats are kind of thin. This town's seen better days. You
Is
come
there a
back
house
with
that's more on the outskirts that might be a good place to start the terrorizing?
Yes.
Ooh, ha, 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 ha.
Yes, there's.
And then there's no trace of the portal left that we came through or anything like that, right?
you
It was
like
like
fell out of the
instantly we're just
sky.
there.
You
Okay.
fell out of the sky, yeah.
Did he notice any humans on the outside of it? Not the house.
You see what looks like a middle-aged man tending to his field.
I kind of want to sneak up. Well, I guess if you're already sneaking, how are you a big enough blob that you could cover his mouth and?
I mean,
him?
yeah, probably. I would assume, and it's not really, listen, I'm assuming that I'm like like 40 pounds worth of gross, right? Like child size almost. So I could probably slap a goopy hand over his face.
You could like stretch a little bit, like when you're reaching your whole. You remember the shmoo?
The shmoo.
Shmoo?
It was on it's a Flintstone spinoff. Oh, you remember the little blobby ghost thing from Herculoids?
Yes, exactly.
The shmoo was exactly the same.
Okay.
See, I've been thinking of the little phalanx enemies from Dark Souls. They're like these melted guys, and they have like a spear and a shield.
Oh.
That's
my original thought was
that sounds appropriate. I feel like, right? That's a limmer sort of feel to it. So yeah, let's go with that. Like, got some pseudopodia hands and things that I can do, and
the shmoo.
The shmoo, right?
Nice, Eddie.
That's like a Lil Abner thing, isn't it?
It was a spinoff. Oh, maybe I don't. It was a spinoff of Flintstones on the cartoons.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So I can, let me try sneaking up on this guy. Like, behind.
You got a panther waiting right here. I mean, you can try it.
Yeah.
But the panther doesn't have hands to keep it from making noise.
Oh, well, you're right. Yeah, I can just suddenly maul him to death or not.
And so, while he's doing that, maybe the rest of us cover the doors, front and back.
Sure.
Who wants to go with me to the front door or back door? I guess I'll go with Rita.
I'll say there's only one door. There's just a front door and a window.
Okay. All right. I just want to cover the exit, so if he does make noise, they come right into our friend.
But not the full size piece, just the single one of that. That's because that's the boss, like at the end of the first level, right? Yeah.
Oh,
that's like a combination. Right. That's like a combination of level 1 and level 3 feed.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Yeah, so as I'm like, we've got the panther up there at the ready to pounce on him, and I try to sneak up to see if I can do this, but I roll a 5, and I like slurp my way up on this guy, and so
you like ruin his, these sprouting carrots, and he screams. Just screams, and the door flaps open. And honey, what's wrong? And a woman of age comes out, and
I immediately tongue her.
I agree with aggressive jazz hands.
And a panther springs forth on the guy.
All right.
Oh man.
All right.
Are they too hapless to roll initiative?
We'll say you guys get a surprise round.
All right.
Except for Ian, he already tried.
I did.
All right.
Yep.
I leached 3 luck off of it.
You gotta stop licking women, Dave.
I'm going to tackle my
Whatever I
cleaver.
want. I'll never stop licking.
Does an 11 hit her?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 damage with the cleaver.
All right. I'm gonna roll a d4 to see how much health she had. No, she only had 2.
Beautiful.
All
Beautiful.
right. That hits the guy, Eddie. He had 2 HP, so he's dead since he hit him twice.
Yay!
All right. Well,
Um,
I think we need to start cooking our dinner
Yeah.
that we just caught.
Drag them inside
And,
so we can hide.
Yeah. You.
And drag that farmer body in with us. The body's in with us.
Yeah. You guys quickly get in. I'm sure someone's like peeking out the window, and someone you hear another voice like, John, where are you? Oh, and
I look
wanders
to the
back into the
panther.
house.
Oh.
One guy wanders away.
Creep down the hallway. Woo.
This is like a
Like, it's a
2-room
one
house. Yeah,
Oh, 2 rooms.
Yeah,
Fancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's
Wealthy
kind of
peasants.
there's just like an art. It's not really a full. If you put a door there, it'd be a second room. But
It's
there's
little-
there's a
Little house on the
divider.
prairie, yeah. Is he headed to a window, or can we still see him?
No, the other guy, the curious guy, kind of wanders off. You guys are left alone for the
We
time
don't
being.
have the Dybbuk possess the corpse of the man quickly.
Does he want to?
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie, that'd be a really good way to do some reconnaissance.
But you know what's even better? Being a panther. The panther is too good. That's
It
the
is
problem.
really-
The panther's too
Too
good.
good. I should have randomized it better. Huh? You haven't even
good.
taken any damage yet, have you?
Nope.
Well, you keep something like, I'm going to sneak. So I'm not attacking
That's
him.
smart.
He's
That's
like
smart.
sticking
Alright.
to the outskirts. Jumping
No,
in
it's
from one
damn.
attack
No,
and
no.
sneaking, so.
It's clever. Yeah. No, he's doing it like I would do it too. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's ransack this house. Maybe see if there's anything.
Yeah, anything of value in here? Guy have like a 2-handed sword.
Make Dave, you're the first person who suggested ransacking, so vile check. Equal or under.
Oh, 5 under 8.
All right. You find an old long sword, D8 damage long sword that this guy must have in an old shield that probably would like break on the first hit. It's just like a wooden shield that he must have used. And
Does
ye
the sword
war-
look serviceable?
yeah, but the
Sword
sword
looks-
has
alright.
been kept in good condition.
So I I'll take that sword and give Mistress Rita back her hand axe
Okay.
so she can dual wield if necessary.
No dual wielder, but I'll use the hand
Does
axe.
the farmer have a bed?
Yeah, there's
that's
a
where
bed in
my work is
here.
built.
You find an area where there's some copper and a few silver pieces.
I find the bedpan bucket
Mhm.
and I give it to Grindlespite and say, "Oh, look, human food. You want to try for the first time?"
Let's stick my hand down in there, and you just watch as I take a big grab of it, and I just mash it up against my face, and it just slowly absorbs into my body. Like doesn't even know to use the mouth or anything. Just
God.
Well, we know what you're full of.
What?
All right.
I don't know. Let's see.
I get +1 for practical joke.
Exactly.
Oh, and I'll say,
Hey, I got a 15 on my stamina check. It's fine.
and I'll say,
Totally ate that.
for actually beating the adventure earlier, everyone gets +1 vial.
Ooh, that's good. My vial comes back. I like it.
Currently +1. Excellent.
So, Doug is gonna try and find this guy's bed and just go crash in it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's been an hour. Fair.
Yeah. What time of day is it here too?
It's getting on towards the evening.
Oh, it's almost morning for us.
Yeah. You've been up all day.
Yep.
You're working.
Well, let's set the alarm for 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But feeds probably don't sleep, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if there's any. I mean, I doesn't have to, right? At this point, it is kind of left up to us. I think.
I would
So
I would assume that the Dybbuk spirit doesn't have to sleep.
Well,
but the
let's see,
Dybbuk's
the
host has to
Wendigo-
sleep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That
Wendigo
is
and a
corpse.
Dybbuk couldn't sleep, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
the
wouldn't
fiend
think
might do
either.
a trance if he wanted to.
Yeah.
But the Dybbuk's host would have to sleep, otherwise the body would start like being.
Oh, I'm
No,
deteriorating the
sleeping
body
goes
just being
faster.
in it.
Lactic acid's going to build up, and its muscles will be useless.
Use science.
Yeah. I'd say we wait till nightfall, and then we,
burn the whole place to the ground.
Right.
Yeah, we continue our conquer of Earth.
You guys get your corpse pillows, in position, whatever.
Corpse pillows.
Get comfy.
We need to have watch. Who's got the first watch?
I mean, yeah, I'm just
I'll take all the
Prancy.
watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it. I can take first watch.
I'll take last then.
And I'll take all of them. I'll be an assistant.
All right, and hey, we do it. You guys, get up at midnight, so you get a good 8 hours. Every fiend needs his sleep. Good 8.
True.
And reconvene, deciding what to do about this place, about your future escapades. I'm sure that the human that you guys have with you and alive is still just like cowering in the corner, being watched by the lemur here and whoever else shares, and just kind of trying not to be noticed for the most part, but also kind of being like, "Ooh, hey, they had some butter and over here and a loaf of bread from yesterday. You're gonna just try and quietly eat this, really as quiet, and don't notice me."
So like goo up onto the guy as he's sitting there, and as he takes a bite of bread, I take a bite of the bread too.
Like you get like the atmosphere of a just puckering butthole is palpable.
Exactly.
Oh
man.
Like he's going between like, I've had the worst day of my life, I'm so hungry, and I have no appetite.
I look over at the Blagok. I point at the bread and I say, "This food is good too."
Yeah. Dave, you're muted.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Would you say they're equally good?
Yes.
Okay, I got a benchmark of your palate. All right.
Yeah.
Let's recon. Do we want to? No.
I could always try to possess our human. I could try to possess the human we got with us and send him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Our Dybbuk wants to stay with you, Panther.
I mean, that can only last for so long, though. That body's going to start.
Well, but when I wrote it, it's only as it starts taking damage, so which is intentional.
Oh, okay.
You got to add D.
All right.
I don't know. 2d7 days.
I kind of like it, but yeah, it's more like you're caring for the body is how I viewed it. But yeah, maybe. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna try to possess him. 14. So yeah, will saving throw DC 14
fails.
Okay. Caster gains limited control over a single target within 30 feet for 1d4 rounds, so it's not very long. So I only have him for 1 round, so never mind. This isn't really going to work. Yeah.
I don't know. You make him, like, face the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll try one more time, and then after that, it just feels like it's kind of... There we go, 21. Okay, so saving throw?
No, even worse.
Okay. Caster gains control over a single target within 60 feet for 1 turn. They may give verbal instructions to be followed, seduce the neighbor, or spend a full round concentrating to remotely command the target. I will spend a full round concentrating.
Okay.
Well, the target is under the hag's control. They perform as drunkard would, blah, blah. You know how it goes. You wrote it.
Yeah,
right.
So he's like a drunkard for 10 minutes, but you got control. He goes around, takes a quick wander around the village. Is that what you're wanting?
Yeah, pretty much. Do some reconnaissance.
Okay.
So do you kind of have to linger 60 feet?
No, he can go further out. It's just the initial possession has to be within.
Oh, okay. It's just the ranges.
Yeah.
Got it.
And yeah, so all right, he's able to get like a quick layout of the village, and can come back and kind of you draw like a kind of a basic map of it, and here's some houses, here's the biggest building. They kind of that kind of thing.
What? Did he find any place that had any kind of, like a blacksmith shop that had a cache of weapons?
No, in a village of 20 houses, there might not even be like a decent really blacksmith. Small. Yeah, they probably get their. There's probably like a guy who can do horseshoes, And
So
that's
speaking of
about
that, they did have cattle, right?
So you
Yeah.
have a farrier.
I'm gonna have him
Farrier.
bring back. I think you said goat. I'm gonna have him bring back a goat with him.
okay.
See if he can get away with that.
Make, I guess. I mean, he's behaving like a drunkard, so I'll say just make a luck check or vile
Okay.
check.
Got it. 6 versus 14. So yep, 8 under.
He
All right.
brings back a goat.
Beautiful.
So if he failed, was he going to bring back something else?
All right. Come. Hold it to the earth. I make it give birth. And I pat its stomach.
Right.
Yeah, you know what
Nice.
I know what you're doing.
Yep.
All right, do your hag's
Yeah.
hound.
All right.
We're getting a
let's
lot
see
of
here.
pets.
Hopefully, if I roll well.
He was like, yeah, he stops being a drunkard, and he's like, are you doing this in the house, probably?
Oh yeah.
All right,
of
I
course,
figured.
of
Just
course.
clarify.
Yeah, we
Of
don't care
course.
about that.
All right, I'm gonna roll the manifestation, everything for it. So let's see here. 2, the sacrificed mother births a true child, which turned inside out to reveal a hounding horror. So that'll look nasty if we can get that off. Okay, let's roll. See what we get. 15. That's decent. Here, so 15 is the hound survives for up to 1 hour after its birth. There's a 70% chance of listening to the hag's commands. It understands all languages spoken by the caster. We can only communicate as beast. Yep. So all right. So that's pretty good. All right, so we got just 1 for an hour.
And it listens to you. The goat turns inside out, and something a bigger than the goat rips its way out. It kind of looks like an inside out goat creature.
I love it.
What is your command to it?
Well, for now, sit.
Let's go. It sounds like it's right for the pickings. We can just.
We're just gonna go kill everybody.
I think we can. I think it's vulnerable enough that we could split up and come at different directions. And if anyone runs, they're going towards the center into one of our team members. So that.
Well, I've got the hag with me, so I mean, at the meat party, I am the hag. I've got the hag hound with me, so I can just team up with it, and then you guys can pair up. Want to do that?
Sounds reasonable.
All right.
Well, I think it's the Coag
Frank,
and the Dybbuk because the orc and the fiend are already bonded.
Yeah. Doug, do you want to
just
do you want to go?
He has 1 hit point, and he doesn't want a villager to kill him.
Oh,
we need to heal him.
wow.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Da-da. All right. So if I fail on a lay on hands, what happened? Let me see.
I
can't remember what we decided on that.
Disapproval?
No, I can't remember what we did because I think the spells you just lose the spell because it's my logic was you were actually casting it because you want people to worship you as a fiend. Let's see.
Right.
I remember what I did is that though. If you failed it, I don't know if.
Yeah, I think because you all just had the rules for the clerics lay on hands, right? I think is the
kind of the analogous of the Revelator or something.
Let's see here.
Yeah, which puts my disapproval up.
Yeah,
but you don't get disapproval though. Let's say I need to include this on there. I'd say you go down 1 die on your casting check.
Okay, so take a -1 whenever I fail.
Yeah, so minus 1d though.
Oh, 1d. Okay, all right.
You're 16.
I mean, let's try that out.
Sure. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to try one more time to lay on hands. Oh, that'll do. Okay. Am I still at a -4 from back? Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So 15 then, because I rolled on a 16.
It's probably
So
2 hit die, I guess.
yeah.
So roll a d10, I guess.
2d10 and take the best.
Roll 3d10 and take the higher?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do it, or you want me to do
No,
it?
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I don't have my D10s. I mean, I'd have them right here if you want, but
All right. That puts me in full.
all right.
Nice. All right. We'll be Team Green.
All right. And I'll say, you guys, this village has no feasible defenses against you guys. You take them in the dead of night, going house to house until they start running and fleeing from the screams. You
God,
have
sound like a bunch of murderers.
You have the plan to kind of get them towards the center of town. You see, they all go to the one building that is kind of the designated all general purpose
Shelter.
worship area, and you kill the last of them in their their one kind of holy place. Yes, are we the baddies? Yes, you are. Unless you are deciding to save any of them, you can just kill them all. You have your one guy your one servant with you, who you have taken, and he is, he just by the end of the night he has that 1,000-yard stare.
We're going to break them and then we're going to rebuild them.
I have the technology.
Well, it's our town. What are we going to name it? East St. Louis.
All right.
Let's get to work. I want to paint this town completely red, like in is it Hang 'em High?
No, it's not Hang 'em High. Is it the pale?
No, it's not the writer. High Plains Drifter. Yep. And that said, welcome to hell. And I'm going to put that sign by the entrance. And like the whole 9 yards. It's like fortify it, build walls, and this is the start of something beautiful.
the eye hole.
Eye hole, Niceon.
Population 1, 2, 3,
0.
4, 5. 4.5.
Goats.
5.5.
All right. All right. That seems like a good place to end it for tonight.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. That's some pretty monstery stuff to do, right?
Yeah, good. Yeah, that worked out.
We took over a town. We did exactly what we would be doing, before.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right.